Yo, what's up? I want to start by saying I hit the snooze on my alarm and then the alarm didn't go off. So I guess I didn't really hit the snooze on the alarm, and so I slept an extra hour and a half. It's now 7:30. Normally I'm up at 6 a.m. What the heck? Ah! And on top of that, now I don't remember as much as my dream, but that's okay. I still remember a good portion, all right? Okay. So, so I was in a hotel, right? I was in this big old hotel, had like three floors. It was very what's the word? The hotel itself was rectangular. It was nice and long but skinny. And there was lots of rooms. I don't There was some things that happened in the hotel I don't remember, but at some point, me and my boy Sam ran into Tech Nine, the rapper. And I don't really know super well what Tech Nine. No, I do have an idea of what Tech Nine looks like, and it didn't. It like looking back in the dream, that's how dreams are. They don't look exactly like the person, but like it was Tech Nine in my dream. Um, and we were talking like near him. We were like, dude, we gotta make this rap. Like, we gotta do this. I have this vision that we gotta make this amazing rap that's gonna like open people's eyes about things. Sorry. All right, and finally, I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go approach him. I'm gonna ask him if he wants to join in this rap, and I go up, and he doesn't even like. He's like, say no more, fam. I'll join the rap. I'll join this. I'll do it with you. And like I didn't even get to ask him. He just like must have overheard us and was like, "Yes." He must have liked the idea. And so we start talking, we start riffing on it, and he's like, "Hold up, I'm gonna get my boy." And so he grabs another rapper. I forget the name. It was somebody else that was like a rapper. And then that guy grabs another guy. He's like, "I'm gonna grab Childish Gambino," and I'm just like geeking the hell out because Childish Gambino is my man's. I mean, he's not my man's really. Like, he doesn't know who I am, so I can't say he's my man's. But I'm very inspired by Childish Gambino. Like, he is the source. In fact, in my dream, I was like, wait, you mean you're getting the source? Like, the god? The goat? The Childish Gambino? And so he grabs him, and now we're all talking about making this rap. And at one point, I thought this was funny. Somebody like Tech Nine, I think it was, mentioned like, "Yo, y'all know Meek Mill, right?" Meek Mill moved from Philly to New York, and he said all of his he like had a calling. He was like, "All my ride or dies, come to New York." And so like half of Philly just moved to New York. So there was like no one left in Philly because Meek Mill moved to New York. So everybody moved to New York with Meek Mill. I thought that was just a random little snippet in there. That was fun. Um, and so we're making this rap, and all of a sudden, everybody's getting intrigued. Everybody's trying to join us. And I remember my one of my aunts showing up. She walked up, and we're all huddled in a circle, and she was just like not like she was like hi, but she wasn't like very like you could tell she was like her vibes were off. Like she doesn't like the rap game, you know. She didn't really vibe with it, and like her daughter was there just chilling with us. She was like, "Oh, you're here," and she was like, "Oh, well, how are you doing?" And her daughter just goes, "Uh huh," and like just completely ignores her. I was like, oh, yeah. Again, and remember, dreams, they like these things don't actually have these kinds of dynamics in real life, but in the dream, it was very interesting to see that happen. My goodness, still yawning. Um, and then eventually like this group just drew a crowd, and there was like, and again we're in like a thin hallway, by the way, so like We're on the 3rd floor. I remember this. We're on the top floor, all huddled in a circle. There's people all gathered around. And I just get this idea, like, this needs to be recorded. Like, this is crazy. So I pull out this old style camera, right? Like this really like 1980s vibe type camera. And which, by the way, totally drew inspiration from a video I watched right before going to sleep. Um, Shout out MJ Dorian, if you watch this, you probably won't, but still. And I just started recording things, and oh, my nieces were there, and right when I started recording it, my nieces were like, "Don't record it. What are you doing?" And I picked the camera up, and there's this little girl across from me, and I start recording her, like just for a moment, and she looks at me, and then she goes, and she runs over to her mom, like off in the over there, and her mom's like, "She doesn't like being recorded. How could you?" And I'm like, "Oh, my bad." Like, and then that was kind of the end of it. I woke up. So that's a dream. Very cool dream. Very cool. Very cool. One thing I want to note: when I do these dream logs, I really try to keep it as true to the dream as possible. That being said, it's very, very difficult not to embellish or add some kind of storyline to the dream that wasn't really there, because when a dream is played out, it's very fragmented and incoherent, because the dream is just pulling from a mix of different sources. It's pulling from memories and senses that you memories that you have throughout your life. So it can pull from like a random TV show from the past. It can pull from like an event you went to, from a scene of something. But it's just pulling from all these random little things and stitching it all together. And God, I'm so congested. It's wintertime. And on top of that, there's like just alright, there's a couple different other things. Like your body is also something that affects your dreams. So like your temperature, the working condition of your body, how your arms and legs feel, like how much pain you're in, all that kind of stuff. It all affects your dream. External stimuli. So if you fall off the bed, you might have a dream where you like fall off a cliff or fall into space, and then you wake up like, what the heck? I actually fell. Whoa, that was interesting. It's interesting how dreams do that stuff. But what's the last stimuli? And then the final stimuli is like senses that you have internally. Yeah, so sometimes things are embellished. Sometimes things aren't entirely how they happened in the dream. But it's as close as I can get to it, and I can only get better as I go. So, yeah, like, I guess the more that I do this, the less coherent it's going to be, if that makes sense. Because the more true to the dream it will be, and the less I will add to it. So this is like one of those logs that's gonna get less and less coherent as it goes. Normally, it gets more coherent. Like normally, when you make video logs, or when you make just logs in general and record yourself and practice your speech and that kind of stuff, you get more coherent. But in this case, the overall like storyline and the overall like coherence is going to fall down. That being said, I'll be able to describe scenes better, and I'll be able to describe just I will be working on, at least I'm hoping to be able to describe different moments from the dream. I want to be able to describe the fragments from the dream. I'm not trying to piece them all together with stories, you know? Like all those things did happen in the dream, but they were kind of, it was very fragmented at the same time, you know, like at one point we were not, at one point there was not this crowd, and then there was, at one point there was not people, and you know, before it was like a crowd like that, it was a group of people huddled around in a circle, and before that it was just me and Tech Nine and my other friend, my boy Sam, who just disappeared, by the way. He was there and then he wasn't. It's like this, you just forget about stuff in the dreams. Things come and go. Yeah. All right. I'm going to like go drink some water because I'm I'm just, my mouth is just so dry right now. By the way, one last, no, I'm gonna tell this actually in a different log because it's that important. It's a different little snippet of information I found out that I just want to let you guys know just to be safe. All right, peace. Bye.